Sorry, but do. Wow. Okay, now you can go to sleep. Now you can go to sleep. Now you can go to sleep. You said, I just read your message right before I could go live, and you said, I think we can all go to sleep. So we means you too. So it means it's time for you to go to sleep. Good night. Okay. I'm just happy I got the dono goal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It actually is crazy. Okay, we're actually gonna do a Wordle tonight. I like cheers. Good night. How dare you leave us? I'm not leaving you yet. Give me like 5 minutes. I think. That would be good. Hi, Aura. How are you? Okay. So first word is going to be horse. Because I'm from Kentucky. Okay, the E is correct. Okay, not too bad, not too bad. I was really stressed that it was going to be, like, super off. You're not leaving us? What if my internet cuts out? Then what? Horse. Glute. Ooh, yeah. Let's get some glute. Nice. Wait. No. Not root. The route. No. We quit. Why would we cut it out? All you do is work your glutes. I ate bourbon balls from the Kentucky Derby and got drunk off chocolate. Dude, I've actually made some very potent bourbon balls before, and they were so good. I haven't made them in forever. Holy freaking heck, it's me. Hello, Lisa. Hi, Unanimous. Welcome. Let's see. Holy heck. That's what you said. You sound sick. I'm having a little bit of allergies, but other than that, I'm fine. I sound sick? Yeehaw. Semi-gloss. Satin. Wait, you can't... Wait, that's the whole answer? What was that? What was that? Oh, no. No, not this early. Not this early. Not yet. Not yet. Not yet. We still have... We need a few minutes before we get started with that. Are we banning myth? Is that what we're doing today? Okay. Let's see. I know what we are to do. Da, 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 da. Let's see. I need to redeem this. View. Giving you the answer. Let's see. Shoot! No, 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 no. None of that. None of that at all. I forgot. How do I redeem my code on Steam? I always forget. Add a game. Activate a product. Ooh, okay, I found it. Get out of here. I found it first. What do you know? Too slow. I actually said it first. No, you said it last. That was the issue. I hate that it won't let me copy paste. No, I said it first. What did you find? I found... Okay. I almost started just reading it out loud. Nice! Hi on live. Nice, thank you. Ow! What was that? Tennis? What was that? Hello? Hi, XRP. I had 2 tarot readings at once today. It was lit. Wait, hydrate from Chad. Cheers, Chad. Wait, I wasn't supposed to get ice. How do I know on here which ones are the good ones? That ice sounds really good. I freaking love ice. Do any of you guys have a problem with chewing ice as well, or is that just me? The first person to insult my existence today gets a free cookie. Not mine. That was a comment on YouTube, by the way. My mom used to do it. Did it annoy you? It annoys me when people bite their nails, but it doesn't bother me when people, it doesn't bother me when people chew on ice. Maybe if like I'm watching a movie or something, then it would be annoying, but.
My name is Jeff.
During menopause? No. Thanks for the blurb, Jenny. Well, that's not what I'm chewing on ice. Guys, I was busy today and I'm tired, but I did want to come and say hi to you guys. I actually had a really good dinner tonight, but it was not something that I planned on having. It was something that I needed to have. No wake up. I'm not going to be on for too long. But I am here for now, so we can chat while I am here. But I can't be here forever. It is also very late. It's 12:45, and I don't know why I got on so late, but I did. Good night. No, I'm not going to sleep. Wait, are you going to sleep? I hate it when people bite their nails and then spit them out at my house. People come to your house and spit their nails all over it. Yeah, no, if people are biting their nails, I'm like, stop. Unless I don't know them. And then I'm just like, try and say it with my brain. Can you sing like this forever? What do you want me to sing? What are we singing? Usually, if they're in my house and I don't know them, I kick them out. That's a pretty expected thing, I would say. You want me to sing Tupac? Like actually? Or you're gonna sing Tupac? I don't know if that's like my vocal. What my vocals would be good for. I don't know if that's it. If you get what I'm saying. Watching a police chase on TV. Wait, is it active or is it an old one? Nah, you got this. Dude. Police chases always make me so stressed out. I used to like watching them, but especially when they crash and stuff, I'm like, oh my gosh, like, how, I guess, like, well, okay, first of all, my thing is, with the technology today, it is very hard to get out of a police chase. Like, get out of a police chase and, like, actually get away from the cops. Like, it is, if they're after you and you're just, like, trying to stay away from them, like, da-da, 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 da-da. Day 65 of asking for a new short. That is a fact. It's active. Yeah, no, the thing is that I've never seen someone on a motorcycle get pulled over. I don't know that I have either, but they probably should more often. Motorcycles are dangerous. Period. I need a motorcycle. It's been going on for an hour. That is crazy. But like what I'm saying is that unless you have you're out on the run for like murder or something crazy. You have like just a ton of drugs and you know that like you're gonna be in jail for like I don't even know. Like whatever would get you jail for life, like unless you did something that bad that you're trying to flee from the cops. Like, let's say that you ran a stop sign and you're getting pulled over by the cops. Like, whenever somebody does a car chase, like, or something like that, you're gonna end up in so much more trouble because you ran away from the cops. Wait, do you actually want your motorcycle license? Jail. Yeah. Hi, I'm back. Welcome back. You didn't have to unfollow, loser. Texas never has chases? I feel like they do. They did have to unfollow? I think that was sarcasm. I don't think it was. I unfollow and then come back a week later. It's what I do. You have to stop doing it, okay? Twitch is gonna think you're a bot. And you'll get banned forever. That's what I do to keep myself awake. If you start falling asleep, squirt. It's like whenever...
Why are you running? Why are you running?
Why are you running? How did you know they unfollowed you before? And how did you know that they followed you before and unfollowed? Because we've been through this. I know Gertrude. That out of context would be a dangerous game. Wait, how? Why? But yeah, I just don't understand people who run from the police in their cars. And like, it is, unless you just know the freaking streets like the back of your hand. I mean, maybe it's just me and I'm not in my hometown and I don't know where. I mean, like, I know my way around the cities pretty well now, at least like Austin and Houston. But as far as like in a like high intensity like stress, there's no way I would end up in a dead end or like here, like you would end up running into a train track with a stop train on it and you would have nowhere to go. Too bad Lexi's AI. Hi, nice to meet you. My name is Al. Holy moly, you're stunningly beautiful. Thank you, Brick. Snoop Dogg. I've never actually heard somebody say that, like, seriously. That was kind of funny. Why do you have a lighter? Well, I was looking for lotion, and this isn't the lotion that I wanted to use. But it's the... I took my other lotion out. I have a bug bite on my hand and it's itching, so I'm trying to like just make my hands all good and moisturized. Hidden Folks. Wait, what is Hidden Folks? That sounds a little sus. Park it like it's hot. Exactly. That's what you should always do. Where do those doors lead to? A jungle. It's an abyss. But it's also where I garden. It's my safe space. Vinegar and baking soda. I ate poison ivy. It was itchy. You ate it? You have a garden? Yes. Here's the sad thing though. There's not many bees. There's not many bees like in my yard. And so like not all of my plants are getting pollinated, which is like odd because I've always been in areas where there was tons of bees. Hi, Sarah. I have bees. Can I borrow a few? Am I live? Yes. LED lights kill them. Stop it. I don't have LED lights in my garden. There's still butterflies. I hate bees. Well, first of all, I like bees. I've been stung by bees many times. Not in recent years, but in my life I've been stung by many bees. I love them because they pollinate things and they are amazing. Carpenter bees are not my favorite. Carpenter bees will destroy stuff. I'm trying not to curse as much as I used to, but carpenter bees will certainly destroy things. Baby bumblebee. Carpenter bees in my deck. Currently, they don't sting though, but they eat the wood. They like dig through the wood, so it's not good. The queen stings, yes. Squash the baby bumblebee? No! Mess things up. Hi, Alabama! Yeah, for carpenter bees, wait. Carpenter bees aren't as bad as carpenter ants, but carpenter bees still they will like dig in that wood, you know? Just paint it with oil paint, they won't bother it after. Is that true? Wait, that's not the same though for like carpenter ants, right? They make honey, but they're also really important for other things as well. But I do love honey. I read you needed a special paint. Yeah, like the park I used to work at had really bad carpenter bees on the porch, in the roof of the porch. And I was always like, we gotta get rid of these bees. And like whenever it got really hot outside, like in the summer, and they were like working up there, you could literally just hear them bzzz every time you went outside for a break. Did you eat honey today? Yes. I cooked some pepperonis in the oven and I hit them with a little bit of hot honey. They were actually very good. Hot honey. Yeah, no, hot honey is one of my favorite things ever. Here's my thing that I struggle with is that, I don't guess it's really a struggle, but I'm telling you it's a struggle, okay? Dance a Domine! No! None of that. Seems so here that and the males don't sting. Also, all the black ones, I just flick them away. Yeah, I'm not scared of bees. I mean, maybe like a whole hive of them would freak me out a little bit.
Lizard.
I can't hear you.
Lizard.
Oh.
Hello. Hi. Welcome. Guys, this is supposed to be a secret stream. Faceplant. Faceplant once and then get back to me. What was I gonna say? That totally just threw me off. Oh, I know what I was gonna say. Hi, Lone, welcome. Is that I like to have regular honey for my teas and then hot honey for like savor, for like dishes, you know, on my food, like whatever. And my uncle makes honey. He has he has bees. He gets the honey, does it. It's actually really good. Bonk. Thank you for the bonk. And oh, I know what I was gonna say. Is that it's just like, it's almost like different hot sauces. Like, I just have different, like 4 different honeys in my cabinet, and I'm like, this is ridiculous. Like, I don't need 4 different honeys. Other people don't have this much honey, and they're doing just fine. But also, I love having so many different variety of honeys. So many different varieties of honey. Honey lasts forever and is medicinal. Yeah. I need to get some of the local honey to my area to help with my allergies. That's apparently a thing. I would love to try it and see, but it's so expensive. Well, for like the super pure honey, it's pretty expensive, I would say. That's not how allergies are. There's a certain thing though. It says it can help. I've never tried it. Just pop Benadryl. I will sleep for years. Hi, Brian. Honey here. Do you have honey? Do you make honey? And Flaming Hot Cheetos. I used to love those. I mean, I still would probably love them. I just try not to eat them. I glued Cheetos to my forehead one time because I wanted to make a statement. It was for stream, by the way. I didn't just do it for no reason. Lex loves hot nacho fries. I probably would. I'll take a bite. Well, it was around the time that people were doing like all the crazy eyebrow trends where they were doing like, oh, unibrows coming back, and then they were like doing eyebrow extensions where they would like put all this like weird hair on their eyebrows, and people were like adding firmly grasp it. People were adding extensions to the front part of their eyebrows and then braiding them over to the sides. And so I was like, okay, my eyebrow trend is gonna be me gluing these Cheetos to my eyebrows because then we're gonna call them cheesy brows. And so I did. And then I glued them with eyelash glue.
Sauce.
What did that one say? Sus? I swear she's got an ad button.
Yeah, boy.
Innocent. Well, I didn't go anywhere with them on. I streamed with Cheetos on my eyebrows, and I would say people were concerned. Terrence, what did you do today? And what did everybody else have for dinner? Can we have a long stream tonight? Like, super long? I feel like that one should last a few more seconds. But I would say that the statement did work, after all. Filipino barbecue, roast beef, honeycomb. Wait, did you have honeycomb for dinner, Alabama? I went to my regular taco place. You didn't try out the dancing dudes? Prime beef. Okay, that one didn't get me, luckily. Fantastic. 889 times is insanity. I wish I would have kept the date on when I started that counter. We might hit 1,000 tonight. Let's go. Let's go. If we hit 1,000 tonight, that would be crazy because there's no way I'm staying on that long. That would be tough. I'm back from the bar. How are you doing tonight? I'm doing amazing, Sean. What did you get at the bar? I am not drinking. I have water and then Taco Bell. I don't have Taco Bell. And then I have this water. And then I have this water. Yum. Belch. Would you want to try that place because of the dancing? No, and I think if I saw any of the guys that were dancing, I would be like, oh, I saw that guy dancing. But I wouldn't tell him that I saw him dancing. Lexi has that UK blue on. I love this color blue. I would have every single item in my wardrobe this color blue if that wasn't weird. But it would be weird, so. Wait, Sean, what did you have to drink? Kava for dinner. Wait, what happened? Blue makes the eyes pop for real.
You smell it? That smell. The kind of smelly smell. The smelly smell that smells smelly.
What happened? Multiple? Vodka Sprite? Vodka Sprite's actually pretty good. Gin and Sprite is good too if you like gin. Now I'm gonna go look for the guys dancing and tell them you're talking smack. No, don't tell them I saw them dancing. I would be a little bit embarrassed. The smelly smell, that's smelly. Okay. No, but did my chair squeak or something? Why did everybody say that at the same time? Clear liquors suck. You don't like them? I'm not the hugest fan of people like the wait, we didn't see the tattoo you got. Where did you get a new tattoo at? I'm not the biggest fan of clear rum, but I love some spiced rum in the winter. It's so good, so good. I would say I obviously like bourbon because I'm from Kentucky, and that's like one of the first alcohols I ever had because my dad always had bourbon. I would say though, bourbon is like a hard drink. I like it, but like I get drunky fast on bourbon, so I would say like my favorite drinks were like gin and like spiced rum. That's my favorite alcohols. And I love tequila, but tequila is the same thing as bourbon. Like, if you get a good one, it's great. But man, it can do Do some damage. She snuck bourbon under 21. Quick, call TJ. I snuck a lot of things under 21. I mean, never mind. That's not what I meant. I love Jen. On my forehead. You did not get a tattoo on your forehead. Just kidding, on my arm. Okay. I was actually really worried that somebody convinced you to get a tattoo on your forehead. Is Malibu white? I would say so. Less of a hangover too. Less of a hangover, the more quality liquor you're drinking. Shitty liquor, heavy, hard hangover. Anytime I've went to any of those like bars that are like, oh, girls drink free, they give the girls the shittiest liquor and you will be messed up. You might as well just pay for yourself to not have a hangover and go to a decent place that's gonna give you better liquor. I'm not gonna lie. That's how my experience every time. Hi Lexicon, watermelon tequila. Looks great on you, the color blue. Thank you. Get it, girl. I'm sipping on some bourbon right now on the rocks. Is it, what kind of bourbon? Blanton's? I love Blanton's. Huh? She admitted to doing plenty of illegal things. I've heard white liquor gives less hangovers, less impurities, but my worst hangover was white liquor. Yeah, I think it just depends on the quality. Just stay with our bourbon. Massive hugs. I love bourbon. White liquor? Well, you're thinking of vodka. Vodka does smell like alcohol. If you drink enough water. Captain Morgan, that's also true. To stay hydrated. I know some people who won't drink water if they're drinking alcohol because they don't want to, like, dilute it. But I say do your body a favor and dilute that shit. Crown and Coke makers. Makers is a good mid-level bourbon, I would say. The older I get, the more I like steakhouse cocktails because they make it with less syrup and actual stuff to flavor it. I always tell, like, I have always, well, not when I was 21. When I was 21, like, I didn't really know how to order drinks, especially when I moved to Texas because, like, I didn't have, like, bar experience, really. Like, it was whatever somebody at somebody's house, like, had poured me to drink or, like, something from, like, Texas Roadhouse, you know? So whenever I started, like, going to bars, I got, like, stressed out at first. My roommates, I would be like, order me what's good, please. Because I would get so nervous. And then they would just order me what was good. And I was like, well, I guess this is what we're drinking. Or I would just be like, vodka. And they'd be like, vodka. And I'm like, yes. And they're like, a shot? And I'm like, with something in it that is a mixer? I had no idea what I was doing. It's fine. You know about tractor pulls and now Blanton's? You're 2 for 2. Oh, I know about all of it. Gotta hydrate. Tears. I used to avoid water when drinking. Speaking of alcohol, where's the shot? Not tonight. What's your go-to mixed drink? It's never the same. Better get that shot in for Myth before you start your sobriety journey. Nah, I'm gonna put it off for him. That ain't safe. When the alcohol kicks in, Lex is dancing on the tables. I was riding bulls. Actually. Water and makers. Water is the ice cubes. Yes. Unless I'm working, I'm drinking. Well, right now, I got like some muscle action going on. I'm working on the body, you know? Not for summer. I'm working on that winter body, okay? I'm trying to look good in my snowboarding outfit. Am I going snowboarding? No. Do I have a snowboarding outfit? No. But am I gonna look good? Yeah. Actually, I already look good, but I'm gonna look dang good, okay? I also don't believe you, but I'll pretend I do. Wait, you don't believe that I'm going to the gym? Or you don't believe that I'm sober? I'm not like sober forever. I mean, I could have a drink tomorrow if I want, but I'm not drinking. I haven't had a drink since, I don't know when. She looked red. I get so bloated when I drink, and it actually is just like, why? Past 4 days, no alcohol, might go 6 months. You will save so much money. And probably lose some weight. You did that for a while, right? When you were losing weight? Or did you not cut out alcohol? I've even done like going out with friends and ordering you spend $5.70 a month on alcohol. I just limit it to 2 days, but yes. There should be a Lexus Flex command, like a yawning one. $5.70 a month is wild. Bar life, I guess. No, it's definitely bar life. Especially once you start, like, I feel like when you're out drinking with friends sometimes, like, and it's at a busy place, like, the bartender will put, like, some of your friends' drinks on your tab, which is fine. Like, I'll get you a few drinks, you get me a few drinks. But, like, once you get to a certain part of the night and you accidentally order first, and then, like, you order first, like, if you order first at more than one place, and then everybody's drinks get put on your tab, you're not even, like, paying attention because you're drunk, and then now you've paid for, like, other people's drinks. Yeah. It can go expensive really quickly. You're nice to us drinkers and you're not all judgy. Well, it's because I like to have a drink sometimes too, but I'm just trying currently, like, not to anybody else, but like, I don't care what anybody else does. I've went to bars with friends, like, going out just to be able to hang out with them, and I've gotten, like, I'll just get, like, a lime soda water, you know? I don't even say, like, I'm not drinking. I'm like, oh yeah. Cheers, you know. Alcohol has a lot of calories. Exactly. I haven't been to the bar since 2023. That is actually crazy. That is a long time. She's the designated driver. Get her. I have been DD, but I actually just usually don't drive either. I just Uber anyways. I gave up alcohol 21 years ago. Wait, Lex, even at like a nice, like, even at like a small victory, like at like a very craft cocktail place. I don't drink for medical reasons, but even if I could, I'd rather eat some good food than drink alcohol. I went to a wedding last year and drank a lot of vodka when I don't day drink. Okay, Higbee's. Okay, what about Higbee's? Do you still not tip then? Sometimes I wake up and drink. I don't tip at like I don't tip at like pickup restaurants like if I'm ordering to go because there's no like service there. I don't tip period. Smoke some weed. Okay, well, pop a Xanax and smoke some weed. That is a different way to deal with it. Wait, Hawk, so do you drink at home or you just don't drink at all? No tipping required in my country, just not a thing. I do sometimes because I don't want them spitting in my food. Yeah, no, but I drank last month sitting around my fire. Nice. I always tip. I tip at any place that there's like a service given, or if I've gotten like a delivery. But I don't tip at pickup, or like. Unless like at Starbucks and stuff, I don't, well, Starbucks depending, if it's like a very simple order, like sometimes I used to, like at my old job, I would get like one of their breakfast sandwiches if I was just like starved to death. And I literally watched them like get it out of the freezer and put it in the microwave. So, I mean, they literally don't make the sandwich or there or anything. So I never tipped on that kind of stuff either. Cause I was just like, if you let me get back there, I'll microwave that for myself. Just give it to me because I got a microwave in the back of my job. I just need that sandwich. No, but they spit next time you go back and they remember you. They put your name in the if you ever do reservations through Open Table, they can put notes on your under your name and phone number. Don't go this. No, but like Open Table is a general profile. I think. Go to the same place. Don't go to the same place twice. Pay in cash. Some places are actual like required reservations, but I don't know if Lex is going to those kind of places very often. The thing about like where Lex lives though is that like any fancy restaurant that you'd have to have, not any, but a lot of those like type of restaurants like just come and go in Austin. So like nobody, like there's no reason, unless you really like somewhere, there's no reason to go to the same place like many times. Required reservation? Too expensive for me already. Well, also, I feel, just because Lex is like just a chill, like, hey, let's go to the dive bar type guy. Like, if he's going to a fancy restaurant, it's because somebody else made a reservation and he's one of the people that the reservation was for. So, like, he's gonna pay for his own food, but the reservation's not gonna be under his name. So, some of the Open Table places also charge to reserve a reservation fee. I've heard of You put it in, yeah. So that if you're a no-show and you don't cancel early, then they take your deposit. Yeah. That's why you just always have to cancel if you're not gonna go. They don't take your money if you cancel. $950? You received $950 as a tip? That's an insane tip. Ultimate scummy move though. I mean, if you put the reservation, you knew that they were gonna take a deposit, and then you, oh, also, I think that they do that as well for some restaurants, not even just for that, but because people will come eat, and then like I think it also is it kind of like prevents dining and dashing because they have your card on file. Hey, you missed out on some tips. This might be a dumb question, but what is Olive Garden and Waffle House? Olive Garden is like a Italian restaurant, but it's not like super authentic Italian. They have all you can eat breadsticks and it's hit or miss. I would say Waffle House, I've only been once. They have breakfast food. Actually, the only time I went to Waffle House, it was like at 3 a.m. and I was on like a vacation with friends. Well, maybe it wasn't 3 a.m., but it was like midnight. And I was sitting on the outside of the booth with like 6 friends, and we were like all there. And I was sitting on the outside of the booth, and I got like 2 eggs, sausage, and like a biscuit or something. It was like simple, right? A guy walked by and just took a piece of my sausage off my plate. And so I didn't even finish my food because it just like, he had a fork in his hand and just walked by and like stabbed it, took it, and then walked out the door. I actually forgot about that until just now. Like, this guy stole my sausage. And but like, I didn't know if like his fork touched any of the rest of my food or if it was dirty, if it was clean, and I didn't know that guy. And I was kind of scared. I was like, is that a threat? Like, am I gonna be next? Like, I don't know what that was. Are you hungry? Like, I might have given you a bite if you would have just asked. But I was like, what was that? And then I was just like, I'm good. Which I had already like eaten my eggs. I was saving the sausage for last because I was more excited about it, and I was gonna put the sausage on my biscuit, and I was gonna have a sausage biscuit, and then the guy stole my sausage. I think I had 2 pieces, and I didn't even eat the other piece because I was just like, what just happened? Yeah, a sausage theft drive-by. Phrasing. Can I have a bite of your sausage? Yeah, that's all you had to ask. Waffle House is nice. Dude, this one was suspicious. But, I mean, if you go to Waffle House at midnight, what do you want? What do you expect? That was my first mistake. Really. Thinking about it. Waffle House at 4 a.m., that is terrifying. No, your first mistake was not decking the guy. Dude, I'll never forget, like, living in Kentucky, okay? like renting out a cabin with your friends to drink at, okay? Because there was like no bars. Like with the city that I lived in, there was literally 2 bars. And anyways, you'd have like one DD, okay? The nearest open like fast food spot is 25 minutes away. You have to convince your DD, because here's the thing, you've rented this cabin, everybody's staying the night there. There's no delivery at this time. There is now. But there, at this specific time, there's no DoorDash, there's no Uber Eats. You have to convince your DD to drive you to Hardee's. You have to convince your DD to drive you to Hardee's or McDonald's at like 2 in the morning to get you like that like drunk late night snack that you want. It's not always the easiest. That's literally Australian culture right there. I was from Lexington. I feel your pain. Dude, Alabama. I lived in Nancy. Population like 2,000. Okay? The McDonald's run. IHOP is 24 hours, so we didn't have an IHOP. We had 2 Hardee's, like this truck stop diner, but like they didn't do takeout, and so you had to like go in there and sit down, which sometimes you can convince your DD to do that, but usually they just want to go back to the cabin and go to sleep. So, if you had a good DD, they would take you to go get you a snack, but not always. Dude, I remember this one time, and one of my friends was being DD. I hadn't really even drank, but also, like, I didn't like driving in general, so I would be like, I'm a little tipsy, can't drive, but it's because I didn't want to be driving, I didn't want to be responsible for the car full of drunk people, so I would just be in the car full of drunk people with the dedicated driver. Also kind of helping them keep everybody together, you know? And there was one time, and we were like in the drive-thru, and two of the people in our car got out, and they were like, we're just gonna go for a walk. Because they were like, it's gonna take us a couple minutes, because we had like so many people, they were like, it's gonna take us a couple minutes to like get all the food ready. And they were like, okay, we're gonna go for a walk. And we're like, no. So like you would have to remember to like child lock the doors, like turn the child lock on so that nobody could get out of the car or else you were gonna be like there like rounding people up for like the next 30 minutes. Which is just like also depends on who you're hanging out with. But there's always that one guy, who gets a little too drunk and you're like trying to chase them down in a parking lot. I've lived all over. Bold of you to assume that I wouldn't crawl to the front. You could not get out the front. Born in Lexington, Kentucky. I was born in Somerset. Somerset 106 weather. Hello? But yeah. That's what you think. Dude, I don't even know. Like growing up in like such a small town was like, there was always something to do, but it was never what the people, like, it's never anything that people that didn't live in a small town would be doing. More than likely. So it's just crazy to think of, like, the different lifestyles that you can have depending on where you grew up. I think that I've got, like, a pretty good mixture of all of it. Breaking beans is not a valid pastime. Breaking beans, okay, first of all, you grow the beans. And then you break the beans, and then you can the beans. And then you have food for your family. That is a valid pastime. That is a very good pastime because it is a bonding experience. I would say the story that I've told you guys about me breaking beans, that was only I was only unhappy with that experience because the guy that I was breaking beans with thought that I was gonna be his wifey and the mom of his children. And I was not trying to be the mom of his children at like freshly 18, okay? Cumberland, you should know. She knew. But yeah, or like rounding up horses that got out of somebody's property. All that kind of good stuff. Going for truck rides where you would like all load up in the back of a old pickup truck and drive around. You look good in blue. Thank you. My grandpa even had he had like actual bench style seats like that he had built in the back of his pickup truck for like all the grandkids to sit, that he had like welded into the bottom of his truck. And then they would put quilts on the bottom of that, like where the feet of the people who are sitting on the benches would be, for like the smaller kids, so that they wouldn't like fly out of the truck. Yeah. Breaking Benjamins. Dude, I wish that my grandpa would do a stream with me. He would not. He'd be like, I don't want to be on none of that TV. He would be like, I don't want to be on TV. I'm good. I'm gonna go out and feed the horses. But you guys could learn a thing or two from that man. It is, I mean, like some of the stuff that he says, like, is kind of cliche, but it's true. Like, he always has a project that he's working on. Like, right now, he bought a old, like, church bell at a estate sale, and it was all rusted, so he's, like, refurbishing it, and he already has, like, a little bell tower in my grandma's front yard, and he like, got it all fixed up, and then he's gonna paint it, and he said always keep yourself busy working or doing something that you love. Whenever you have done everything that you want to do, like, you will stop living. And he like seriously like believes in that. He's like, whenever you have nothing else to like live for, not even like considering family, like whenever there's nothing else that you want to accomplish, like you stop pushing yourself. He's like, that's when you die, basically. And I kind of believe that. We could be cousins, though. We probably are. Alabama, Kentucky. Pretty likely. Imagine, this is just like my first cousin pretending they don't know me. I'm okay with that. Hey, I'm not okay with that. No, but he lives in Alabama. He's from Kentucky, but he lives in Alabama right now. I was just making a Kentucky and Alabama joke at the same time. Born in Lexington. Born in Kentucky, in Alabama, yes. Thank you guys for the follows. But yeah, okay, this is what I want. I don't want to be like famous. I want to post videos, like little cooking recipes, and like do my thing that I like doing, whatever. You know, but I don't think that I would ever want to be like superstar famous, because once you get to that point, like everybody, I feel, it's just like waiting for your downfall, because every single video that you post, the more views you get and the more like followers and attention, like anything after that, like once you start hitting like your peak numbers, there's gonna be like a downfall from that. And I feel like I don't know, but like when like the effects of going from being at the top to going to the bottom, and like people just being like, oh, that like you fell off, like washed up, you know, type thing. And I feel like that's like a scary part of like all like stardom and fame. You don't need to be famous for that. TJ's already preying on your downfall. I believe it. Nicholasville Road. Guys, everybody that used to watch my stream before I went on my hiatus has been on Nicholasville Road. I did a car stream where I drove to Lexington from Somerset. And my stream kept cutting out in the middle of it. I don't even know. I think we drove to Lexington to get ice cream. Does anybody remember? Probably not. What we drove there for? Yeah, I like Martha Stewart. She's had a crazy life. Does anybody remember? AKA Terrence. I mean, there's some other people that have been here the whole time. Oh, I drove there to see Alabama. True. I forgot. That's why I went there. That makes total sense. I've done donuts in the snow on Nicholasville Road a few times in the 80s. Yeah, I've never done donuts in a car, ever. So. I can't speak on that. Boring. Listen, I was scared to drive when I first started driving, so my driving is very safe and secure. Go do some after stream. I might. Boring. I've been busy just hearing what you say. Gotta say, I agree with your grandpa, but my thoughts on that downfall thing is you've reached the top doing what you love, not reached the top in order to have fame. Well, I think I'm more so saying, like, yep, I'm her grandpa. Now you know. That would be crazy. My papa's watching this stream. You're not missing out. I don't like buying tires. That's true. Tires are expensive. I like to drive on a track. Hi, Lexi. Hi, Kevin. Dude, whenever I moved to Texas and I was like driving back and forth from Texas to Kentucky, my tires got really bad. And one we were actually like having a party at one of my houses, and one of our friends were like, dude, do you need new tires? And I was like, nah, these are good. And they were like, listen, do you need new tires? And so then I got new tires. Not if you steal them. I have to drive on a track. What was I gonna say though? One of your many houses, yes. I've moved to like I've moved 6 or 7 times. I lived in the same house till I moved to Texas, and then I've moved I think 7 times since living in Texas. 6 or 7. Dude, you need to watch Willow? Okay. I'm honestly 46. That's fine. But yeah, no, but like it wasn't like I was just like hopping from house to house. Like the first place I moved into, 3 months after I moved in there, it was an art, I was just doing a, what is it called? I was just like an extra tenant. Like, my roommates were already living there, and, there was somebody who was supposed to sign on with them, and they ended up like ditching, and so they had like an extra room, and so I was never actually like on the lease, but I moved in and was like paying them rent, and then the owner of the house decided like that they wanted to sell the house instead of like keep renting it, so then we had to move. Like, that was right after I moved there. Just become a squatter? Sounds like fun. No. Anyways. What was I gonna say? I'm talking about, like, major stars that, like, they get everything they want. They end up, like, in Hollywood, around all these, like... Oh, like you should be doing, like if you let yourself go down the path, I feel, of like that superstar lifestyle, like the drugs and all that, like drugs and alcohol, and you're like doing all this stuff, I feel like that never ends well. Even if it's just like, even if you're like, oh, I'm gonna do this while I'm young, I'm gonna have fun, I'm gonna experience it all. Like some people, like you don't know like how you're gonna react to those kind of things, and like if you don't necessarily know if you're gonna have like an addictive personality and stuff. It's just like it goes deeper and deeper, like the more you can get into it. But I'm like, I do not want to. I've smoked weed and stuff, but like I would not want to go like. I would not. I have no desire to try everything, because you never know like what you're gonna end up being addicted to, and if it's gonna like ruin your life. Because I feel like that happens to a lot of like celebrities. They want to experience it all. They have like the fame, the money, anything that they could want, and then they're like, okay, I want to experience like the thrills, the drugs, you know, that kind of things in life, and then it ends up just taking everything from them. I don't even want the opportunity to go there. It's easy to get caught up in the wrong crowd. Yeah, I have no desire to be in Hollywood. Like, I would love to, like, get to the point where I could just have, like, a nice house, like, in Tennessee, like, close enough to my family, like, 2 hours away from my family where I could easily drive there. Thank you for the 5 biddies, Beef. Beef Slam. We got Beef Slammed in the chat. But yeah, I just want to be able to like do that. Maybe stream a little on the side. You know, find the right person. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe have a few like friends live with me for a while. Maybe eventually, like find the right person. Have a family if that works out for me. I disagree. I think you can go down that path of fame and not get into drugs. I think the people that get into acting for the art stay out of that. The people that get into it for fame are the ones that go down their own path. Yeah, it's just like it's a slippery slope. Hi, Noelle. Noelle, why are you awake right now? Go to sleep. I feel like I'm always just yelling at Noelle. You can find Noelle crying in the corner. Why are you yelling at me? I just woke up from my sleep. Do you work today? Let Noelle live his life. He comes in at the most random moments. No? Nice. That's crazy that you're waking up at literally 1 a.m. You're like Juice God the other day. He woke up at literally like... Ah! None of that. He woke up at literally 1 a.m. and got on Fortnite. I've had to talk him out of the corner many times because of you. No! No, no, no. Dom!
My name is Jeff.
Firmly grasp it!
Why are you running? Why are you running?
And I wouldn't catch you hung up on somebody that you.
Why are you running? Dude, Dom, next time I see you in person, I'm just gonna start running. And then I want you to say, why are you running? I'm like, as soon as I see you, I'm just gonna run away. I've lost so many channel points in 24 hours, and you'll never get them back. Is that a chrome dresser? Yeah. Do you like it?
You want to hear a joke about construction?
Yeah.
I'm still working on it.
Still working on it. It's too funny. And so true. It's like a dance party. Yeah, when I dance. This is my favorite dance though, where I just go like this. Because it looks like there's a lot more going on than there is. What do you think? I think it's the best. Do you want to hear a joke about construction? Dude, next time next time I'm at Home Depot, I'm gonna say that to the contractor I see, like in one of the random aisles. Do you think they'll like it? I think you should never be allowed to leave the house. Joke's on you. I'm already not allowed to leave the house. I saw a girl pop her elbow out the other day with a kind of move to exaggerate the movement. I bet you could do that. Wait, I saw a girl pop her elbow out the other day with that kind of move to exaggerate the movement. I bet you could do that. I probably could do that. But I would just rather do like the backwards chicken dance. Like this. Like that. That's what I would rather do with my weird arms. She's got an ankle monitor. No. Wait a minute. Yup, I'm gonna go back to sleep. Good night, Noelle. I hope that you have an amazing dream. And I hope that you don't dream about my elbows. You just dream about me like coming out from under your bed, like like out from under your bed. Like that would be so freaky. OMG, a girl that can do the chicken dance. I'm a sucker for that. Why did it take you so long to find me? I've seen enough. I hope honey comes into your dreams. That is a terrifying thing to hope for somebody. I just got done seeing the movie Together. I haven't even seen the preview for that. Bum, 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 bum. August 16th is now National No Reading Day. Feels like every other day with this one. That is kind of true with this one, with me. I have a little bit of dyslexia though. Like, for some reason, I want to read sentences from the back forward. And so like the whole time I'm reading it, my brain like goes to the back and then I'm going to the top, so then I mix up words. Or sometimes when I'm streaming, my brain just goes like content oriented, I think, and sometimes it just switches a few words to make it a little bit more funny. She's got dyslexia, ADHD, and EDS. Yeah. I'm special. But I get the job done. There's a part where the girl starts getting possessed and her bones crack. Oh, now I understand why you don't want to be here when you're about to go to sleep. That's terrifying. Loud out backwards this read example and us show. Crack bones her and possessed getting starts girl the where part A theirs. Noelle spoiled a movie? Nah. No wonder she can speak Arabic. No, the reason that I did that translate the other day is because Hani kept saying, because I was trying to tell you all about the tractor pulls in Kentucky, and like that's what they do like at the fairs, like the state fairs and like the little rodeos around there. They have like the same things you'd have at the rodeos here, but they also have like tractor pulls. And Hani kept thinking that we were just trying to like explode. He was like, why do you watch explosions? Why do you want everything to explode? Why do you want to ruin amazing, precious, beautiful things? And I was like, Hani, he was like, I'll show you a cool tractor that goes fast. And so then he starts sending tractor videos. And I was like, Hani, it isn't which tractor's the fastest. They're being weighed down by very heavy items, and they're trying to like push themselves to the limit, so it's which tractor can push itself to the limit without going kaput, you know? And he was not getting it, so I translated it to his language, and I don't even know what if it made sense in his language, but I translated it and I sent it to him, and then now he thinks that I speak Arabic. I just said that so freaking weird. I very overly pronunciated that. Gotta keep the tab open for alert while I work. Have a good night. Good night, Specs and Stats. Thank you for the lyric. Oop. That 100% looked like you copy and pasted the first paragraph off Wikipedia. No, I did, but it was because I wanted to make sure that Google could translate it. Because if it came straight from Google, I was like, there's no way they're gonna mess it up in translation. But like, I might use a funny word that would translate very oddly. Hello? Yeah, Tennis, why are you giving me that look? Oh, I think that one is currently my most used emote this month. That's funny. Yeah. I still don't think that after all that, I still don't think that he understands completely. But he says that he knows, and that he was just trying to show us something different that is also cool that we could watch. But what he doesn't understand is that they're not gonna just have, I mean, they might, but they're not gonna stop doing the tractor pulls. They might do tractor races, but I don't know that I've ever been to one. There's definitely tractor racing. There has to be. He tried to explain about me about the lack of visa in his country for the 50th time this week. He really wants to come to the US. So I think that's what is on his mind, like, a lot of the time. So it will probably happen again. You ever go to the Demolition Derby? Yes. And I always have really good headphones because it's so loud. I've also been to the monster truck shows that they do in, like, Louisville. I use it all over Twitch. Thank you. Yeah, it was like I got a notification that it was being used a lot, so I appreciate that. Wait. Okay. That had to be done. Tap, 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 type in an essay. Yeah, do you like the way I type? At this point, she's got it on loop. I'm done waiting. Bye. Wait, is it that loud when I type? How bad is it? It is somewhat loud. That's Cherry Switches, so we can all hear it. It's clicky. Well, I didn't choose this keyboard. I did, but it was the only one that was at Walmart, and I was in need of a keyboard last minute, and I bought this keyboard at Walmart. What brand? It is a, Terrence, you know what I have? It is a Razer Huntsman Elite. Warning. Typing in an awkward position for long periods may cause neck stress or related injuries. Do you guys ever read these? There's like so much on the bottom of this. sticky pads on the bottom of my keyboard are coming off. That's a good one. It's legit. Yeah, but I think that I could have gotten a, well, I think I could do a sound gate, but I could have also gotten a non-clicky one. This one is very clicky. I thought about taking it back after I got it, but I like it. It has been good to me for a long time now, actually. I've had it for about 5 years. Time is too precious to read anything. Time is too precious to read anything. What do you do instead of reading anything? Is there a family of them? All the time, you must be the one that doesn't read them. I'm the only person that didn't read the warnings. Got it. No, like honestly though, sometimes it's just, but no, it for sure is, because you can't, so that you can't say, oh, like you're like, I don't even know. You're the reason I got a humpback, you know? Posture, sit up, sit up, sit up. Everybody take a minute to sit up. Unless you're in bed, then stay laying down. If the pickle ever went away, I don't think I could handle it emotionally. Are you connected to George? I need to put some pants on him. Why did humpback come to your mind? Well, because sometimes when you're like not paying attention and you're like, shh, you know, you just like do like the whole like, shh. Especially me, I think, because I'm like bendy, I have to like do extra care to like sit up straight, because if I don't, then like, since I don't have much like cartilage, I don't know, I just like melt. Nah, Brian, you got a humpback because of the 4,000 hours in Elden Ring trying to beat the tutorial boss. Yeah, exactly. Oklahoma doesn't have warnings on stuff. Wait, check the bottom of your keyboard. It definitely has to have something. Some of the stuff will be like in a QR nowadays. I keep saying nowadays and people are making fun of me for it. But nowadays, there'll be like a little QR code at the bottom of the box. If you scan that QR code, it has all the warnings and like where you can register your product. And if you don't scan the QR code, then you don't know nowadays. I love my girlfriend, but 60% of my love goes to George. 60, that's a lot. So you only 40% love your lady? I guess that's none of my business. The heart wants it at once. It's not my fault. That's true. That's true. You can get the same one that I have for $60 roughly on Amazon. Well, I guess maybe a little more for, I don't know where you live. Not even 40. Not gonna say nowadays makes you sound old, but it's just where I'm from. She's actually replying to someone. Yeah, I was replying to my mod chat. Yeah, it's Dominator J. You caught me. It's Dominator J. I'm back after a pee and 2 dogs out. Short stream. My ads are. Was that a misclick? Since he came in, spam Soundsler, she started typing, and he's gone. I'm not messaging Dom. That's just actually a coincidence, but that's funny. Don't talk about George like that. He's worth more than $60 in our hearts and in this chat. No, I'm saying his brothers and sisters are available on eBay for around $60. Gotta imagine at least half of it is shit posting. Not me staring at a SpongeBob meme in said chat. It's not. It's very important information. Okay? I've got 4 dogs here. Only 2 needed to go out. Gotcha. No, I always felt like, because I used to dog sit for my family, and I always felt like there were some times that I would have like around 4 dogs in my care, and I always felt like there would be like 2 dogs that would go use the restroom, and the other 2 would be stubborn, and then as soon as I brought those dogs in, the other ones would decide they needed to go out, and it would always be so annoying. I'm like, you use the bathroom when I give you the chance, you know? You're a 10, but George is a 20. I hope you understand. No, I get it. I totally understand. You're good. No hard feelings. Dun 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 dun. It's a competition thing with them. You think so? No, I know that, well, especially when you have different gendered animals, like, Kumi and Lumi. Lumi is so much bigger than Kumi, but he still has to, like, assert his dominance to let her know, like, hey, I'm the man of the house, you know? And so he will, like, randomly run up to her and just, like, smack her with his paw and then just, like, walk away. And she's just like, what is wrong with you? But I really think it's just like to show her, like, hey, don't forget, like, I am the bigger cat here. Don't cross streams. I don't think I've ever seen two dogs peeing in the same place. I almost asked a question about the men's restroom, but I decided that it would probably make this stream weird, so I decided not to. Too late, already was. Oh. I pee under a tree and a girl walking by saw me. Dude, guys are a little crazy. Like, they will, especially if they're drunk, like, they will just be, like, peeing on random stuff, like dogs. like girls, like we have to find a restroom. Like guys will you'll just like see them behind a random trash can taking a pee. We cross streams at sporting events to keep the fun going. Only at sporting events you can share a urinal. Huh? Untrue. Skill issue. Girls pee in their pants. We pee on cold things like bushes. Tell me I'd be like a dog is crazy. Yeah, y'all just be like hiking your leg up and peeing on stuff like randomly. I can't argue with that one for real though. I woke up to my roommate sleepwalking, peeing in the dryer once. The dryer? I mean like, I don't even know what to say. The dryer. Did you like punch him? I probably would have pushed him into the dryer. I ain't lifted my leg up. No, but y'all just be like, oh, I'm gonna go around this corner and take a pee real quick. It was too late. Damage had been done. Dude, at that point, that's when you move out or move that guy out. I have plenty of complaints of girls. Ladies' restrooms are way worse than men's. No. Yes, I will say, ladies' restrooms can be absolutely diabolical. But I'm saying, guys can go on a hike and be like, oh, I'm gonna pee behind this tree real quick. Like, I'm gonna duck behind this tree and pee. Like, girls, we gotta do like this whole, like, we can't just pee standing up. Like, we gotta make sure we don't pee on our outfit. Like, we can't just stand up. Like, we gotta like squat down. It's a whole song and a dance. Like, we have to wait for a restroom. Oh, where's my fan? I don't have like I used to have a floor fan back here, Cole, but I left it in my old state, and so now I only have a ceiling fan. So that is the only fan that I have. Okay, alright, so you admit you can just... No! Third message asking, we're going real well. Y'all that sit, so spray everywhere, tell me I'm wrong. Okay, it's not like a spray. I mean, at least mine isn't. I mean, like, I have a spray is crazy. I mean, I have peed in nature while camping. If I'm on a hiking trail in public where people could walk by at any time, I do not have time to be like finding a spot to squat, and like if somebody walks by, like you unless you're wearing a dress, then you can easily crunch down like and pee if you had to. But like whenever you're hiking and you have on like shorts or something, like there is way too much going on for you to be able to like pull your pants up that quick. And then you gotta wipe. You can't just be like drip drying. A spray is crazy. Like I'm imagining like Windex. Like you thinking like girls are just like spraying out. Exactly, you wouldn't wear a dress while hiking, but a guy is gonna wear pants, he could just whip it out, you know? You guys are not gonna win this one. It's easier for guys to pee than girls. No, we have the same flow as a man. Yeah, I like not having to wipe. Exactly. No, it doesn't go. No, there's no. It's just a solid stream, unless you have a bladder problem. But yeah, no, just like anybody else, there are a lot of nasty women. Also, okay, not talking about bars. Bars girls are nasty. They just be like whipping, they just be like taking like bloody stuff out and putting it not in the trash can. But here's also the thing. People don't want to clean bathrooms. Okay? Like they just don't. And so the girls' bathrooms, like the best ones that I've been to have like a full-size trash can next to the toilet. They will put these little bitty tiny cans in the bathroom and expect everything, and they'll have signs all over the walls in there that are like, don't flush toilet paper. How do you expect, if you're not gonna come clean out this trash can, how do you expect people to not, like, you don't want them to put it in the toilet, you don't want them to put it in the floor, but you don't even have it, like, what do you want them to do, like, bring it outside with them to go dispose of it? But they just start stacking it up and it falls out the sides of the trash can. Some people are just nasty and don't ever make it in the trash can, but I will say also though, like grocery stores and stuff, a lot of the women's restrooms are bad because I'm not saying that both parents don't take kids to use the bathroom, but there's definitely more of, I would say, moms in the bathroom with like 4 kids. All like they'll like, some of them will literally just put one kid in each stall, like unsupervised, and they might make it in the toilet, they might not. And I mean, you can't control other people's kids. The amount of times, especially, my favorite restrooms are the ones that have like the floor to ceiling, like or not ceiling, but at least down to the floor walls. Because the amount of times I've had kids crawl under my stall and be like, hi, what are you doing? Like while I'm using the restroom, I'm like, hi, I'm using the restroom. Like, because like they'll just be like crawling around in the bathroom floor. Like while people are like, while their moms are using the restroom. You can control other people's kids. Yeah, so like in girls' bathrooms, like at grocery stores and stuff, I would say that has a lot to do with it because kids don't do that in the men's restroom. We lay down the law. There's very few kids going in the men's restroom, and same thing with like the boys. The boys will just pee all over the girls' bathroom. But in the boys, they pee on the wall in the urinal. You guys have like one stall and it's usually taken by some dude taking a dump. They don't even have the opportunity. Dude, this was actually kind of recently. I'm trying to remember exactly how it went down. But like this lady had taken her kids and one of them was a boy into the girls' bathroom. And like I walked in and he was like washing his hands and he was like, Mommy, there's a girl in here. And she was like, yes, we're in the girls' bathroom. And he was like, Mom, you took me to the girls' bathroom? Like, and she's like, yes, I can't go in the boys' restroom. And he's like, he was like, he was probably like 5 or 6, but he was like so mad that his mom brought him into the girls' bathroom. It was kind of funny to me though, because I was trying to pretend like I wasn't paying attention, but he like literally acted like his mom had like just betrayed him. Was he 11? Nah, he was probably like 5 or 6. I want to buy you all the heels and shoes you want. Can you show the internet what heels you want with the price after I donate on stream for you and your friend? I love expensive heels. If you like it, you can tell your friend you want heels. You can look at my throne wish list, but I can't send. Not starting on her feet again. I don't have anything about feet on my stream right now. Ideally, mom takes the girls to the restroom and the dad takes the boys, but yeah, it isn't always possible. I feel like especially if you have like girls and boys, like if one of the parents are taking the kids to the restroom, like they're taking all the kids. That kid's gonna be in jail by 18. I have no idea, but I feel like at 5 and 6 is like the age where kids are just like say whatever they're thinking. We do have handicap. Well, completely separate, no, but there'll be just like a handicap stall inside the restroom. Just do the exclamation point throne and see. You ladies honestly need to lay down some ground rules. All women restrooms are straight chaos. The only women's restroom that isn't straight chaos is Buc-ee's. And that is because if the restrooms get too busy at Buc-ee's during rush hour, they actually have like 3 women in there that have like, they have literal like flags, like green, red, and they will literally like, they will be like, stop, like red flag, stop, like when you're going into the restroom. And then they will like wave you to the door of the restroom that you get to go to. That's Buc-ee's. And they have like 40 stalls in the girls' side. I want to watch Buc-ee's do that. I don't know if they do that in the boys' side. That sounds funny to watch. They have the best restrooms. What if you gotta poop? You just poop. I mean, I would say if you were going to, that would be the best place. That like literally, I love Buc-ee's. Like they have the best restroom setup because the restrooms, it's like a kind of like a horseshoe, like in a U shape, and all the walls of the horseshoe are different restrooms, and then the middle is just rows of sinks. So like all the whole middle is sinks, and then there's just like a complete horseshoe of like where you can go into the restrooms, and the walls, like in between each stall is literally cinder blocks. Okay, and the floor to ceiling cinder blocks, by the way. The door is floor to ceiling, and it has like the whole like green, like it says like occupied, unoccupied when it's locked or unlocked. And then also when the door is locked, there's a light above it, like you're in a freaking airport parking garage. And so whenever it's full, like the light is red. And whenever the door unlocks, it's green. They also, on the walls in their restroom, they have hand sanitizer. They have like pads, tampons. They have a trash can. They have like a toilet seat cover. Like if you want to put one of those like toilet seat cover cleaners. They literally have like sanitizing wipes. Like if you want to wipe down your seat. And then in the handicap stalls, they have changing tables where you can change your kid's diaper in private. The craziest restrooms men can have are the ones where the entire wall is one giant urinal. Do you still squeeze in any available space? That sounds like a party. But yeah, the Buc-ee's restrooms are nice. Meanwhile, I just want to go to the Outback Steakhouse to start a fight. Oh, and then like on your way into the restroom, there's all these paintings on the wall that are available for sale. And they like filter out they're like for different local artists. Yeah, no separation. But yeah, so if you were going to take a restroom break, I would say Buc-ee's is like the way to go. I wish that like all restrooms had that thing. Yeah. Oh, and Buc-ee's has like 3 different handles like on the back of the door. To where like if you had, I would say like if you had like, I mean, I hang my purse on there sometimes. But if you had like a diaper bag and a purse, you could easily like put your stuff up there so you're not like sitting your stuff on the nasty floor. Pickle George. Outback Steakhouse here. They kiss the whole way. No, what do you mean by that? Hello? I don't have a diaper bag, sorry. Not yet. Guys, secret's out. Noel's having a baby. They want good reviews. Oh, okay, got you. It's like the manager comes over and like takes a bite of your steak for you to make sure it's cooked correctly. I don't like hanging my purse anywhere. I just keep it on my shoulder or in my lap. Some people just want to be left alone while eating. That's true. I like dogs. Well, you want to be left alone while you're eating your actual food, but you also want like your drinks refilled and stuff, I would say. I actually had an experience rather recently where I was at a restaurant. It wasn't like a fancy restaurant or anything. It was kind of like it was just like a chicken restaurant. And my server was a girl and she was nice, but like once she like brought me my food, she just like disappeared. Okay. And like I was eating like hot chicken, right? And I needed a refill. And so I'm sitting, it wasn't like I'm not like pounding on the table, you know, but I'm like, I'm down to ice, right? And so I see another waiter, it was a dude, and I was like, hey, I haven't seen my waiter in a minute, like, could I get like my drink refilled? I think I was drinking like unsweet iced tea or something. And he was like, oh yeah, let me just go alert your server that you need a refill, right? So it's like 10 minutes after that. I'm like at this point, I'm like, okay, like tip is out the window at this point. Like I am dying over here. I'm sweating bullets. Like my mouth is on fire, blah, blah, blah. Anyways, she like comes over with like my drink, and I'd already like finished my food at this point. And she's like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I literally filled your drink up and asked the other waiter if he could just drop it off at your table, and he just didn't. I was like, that's okay, but I'm like, girl, you're my waiter. You're the person that's supposed to be waiting on my table. It is not that guy's responsibility to bring my drink to my table. She's full of shit. Hydrate from Chad. Cheers, Chad. Thank you for the hydrate. Hi, Swiss. Did you tip them? I gave a very small tip. Like a couple dollars. She's probably on break. Well, my thing is, like, if you have a break, there's usually, like, a backup server, and you guys, like, split the tip or something, I'm sure. I've never done waitressing, but that's a 25-cent tip. I'm gonna say the ladies and managers. Yeah, she was young, though. I think that I think that she was, I don't know if she was like actually busy or if she took like a quick break. I don't know what she did, but she was not doing a good job as doing what she was supposed to be doing. Did good here, overcooked, believing in the steak. No! What just happened? Oh, we got a dance party. She was on her phone. Felt so much adrenaline. Is that your jam? Like I sniffed something. Noelle, what do you know about sniffing something that makes you feel adrenaline?
Oh, and I wouldn't catch you hung up on somebody that you.
I'll give them another try. That's nice of you. Not everybody would do that. Okay, guys. I am going to go to sleep. No. Because I do have... I can't sleep in tomorrow too late. I can sleep in a little bit, but I can't sleep in too late. We all have bad days. This is only 2 hours. Are you 2 feet tall? My shadow is, maybe. Dude, my fear is that if I did when I do a sleep stream, it will happen eventually. But my fear is that when I do a sleep stream, that no, I would mute it. I would not give you guys the opportunity to make stuff up. And also, like, once I fell asleep, you guys would just hear the clock. Every 15 minutes. Ding dong, ping pong. Ding dong, ping pong. Naked sleep stream? Okay, I would not be getting naked. That is not my fear. My fear is that I would sleep for like 12 hours. Like I would, like streaming would make me like actually be able to get a good night's sleep, and then you guys would try and gaslight me into thinking that I need to do more sleep streams so that I can get more sleep, and then I would be like a little bit in my own mind. I would be like, should I? It would almost be like I don't know how to explain it. like your guys' presence would make me sleep better. You know you're not capable of sleeping more than 3 hours. Yeah, but what if I did? What if I got on Sleep Stream and I slept for like 12 hours? That is my fear. And I also like sometimes if I'm having allergies, I sleep with my mouth open. So maybe I would have to tape my mouth shut. Sounds kinky. No, like the sleepy mouth tape. Tape your mouth shut? We can do that normally? Okay, you would love that too much. Anyways, I am gonna get some sleep. Lex is definitely mental. That's why I love her. Thank you. That's sweet. Thank you guys for all the follows tonight. I appreciate that. I don't know how we're not at 19K yet. It's kind of weird because I feel like we were at like 18,900 yesterday and now we're at 18,600. But you're gonna think about lizard, 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 lizard. Yeah. For the next 3 hours, maybe. Thank you guys who gave biddies for the biddies. By the way, if you're new here and you guys are not subscribed to my YouTube channel, go subscribe to my YouTube channel. We are literally so close to 1,190. We literally need one more sub. So if you want to be 1,190, all you have to do is literally click the link, do !YT and click the link. Oh, right there. Click that link and just go hit the subscribe button. It is totally free and it would make me so happy. So go and hit that subscribe button. Thank you. I appreciate it. No. Yeah, I don't need you to click that button. Good night, Juice God. Good night, Deep. Good dream about hiking or something. I will dream about hiking. I'm gonna try and dream about hiking because I would like that dream better than the dreams I've been having. I keep having nightmares that I fell asleep streaming, but it's so stupid because it's not like I fall asleep at my desk streaming. It is literally like I accidentally stream me sleeping in my bed in my bedroom. Like I don't even have a camera set up in my bedroom. Like, I just have nightmares that I wake up and I'm streaming. Like, my PC just shows up there. I don't even... You guys are going to think I'm crazy if I go any further. But that is the nightmare that I keep having. Better start them now. Dream about pee? No. We're not dreaming about that. Good night, Alabama. Good night, Myth. Good night, Deep. Good night, Cube. Good night, Juice God. Good night, Noel. Good night, Tennis. Good night, Alabama. Good night, Terrence. Good night, Chad. You sure there's no camera in your bedroom? Better check for a camera in your bedroom with a camera detector. Checking now. Just being practical. Good night, guys. Sleep well. Wait, now I gotta wait till 9 minutes or till 2 hours and 10 minutes because it's like 9:40. Look, someone's gotta drive her insane. And that's gonna be me. If the shoe fits, wear it out. Guys, we have 1,190. Thank you to whoever just subscribed. I appreciate you. You're the best. Good night. Thank you so much. Yay! Pee on a random object with me tomorrow. Oh my goodness. Good night. Good night. Good night.